It's been a while since I covered an Xbox showcase that I actually liked. I am pleasantly surprised on this one. Alright, well, let's just jump straight to it. My gosh. Alright, so if I had to get the Xbox showcase, which is odd. The Xbox showcase was much stronger than the Summer Game Fest. I know the PC showcase is going too, but I'm waiting until everything's announced, and then I'm gonna pretty much Google it and see what piqued my interest. So far, when I started, I was not interested. I'm gonna not lie. I'm sorry for anybody who owns a PC, but what they have presented so far, until probably later, there'll probably be one game that sticks out, and then I'll check it out. If it's Slay the Spire 2, or Hades 2, I'm in. I'm gonna absolutely watch the trailer. But for now, I'm not interested. So yeah, Xbox Showcase, out of 10, I get an 8 out of 10. I know I'm just kind of like doing the main menu screen, but I'm not going to show any gameplay because I want to show it I want to wait in terms of my walkthrough first. Now, the other ones, I would show gameplay footage, but man, this one, there were actually genuine surprises. And I'm going to go ahead and just because this clip will be short, we're going to just acknowledge walkthrough, or we're going to acknowledge some trailers that I just don't have exact footage from that developer. So in the case of Mixtape, which was one that I am curious and it's on my radar, so a game by Beethoven Dinosaur, unfortunately I don't have the Artful Escape that I can use as a gameplay footage to kind of put my thoughts in it. So I'm going to put it as Life is Strange, and another one that I'm going to have to kind of okay, that's the only game that I pretty much will talk about in the same clip. So Mixtape and Life is Strange Double Exposure. So, since we're kind of on a Life is Strange kind of main menu, we might as well talk about it briefly, because this is going to be compiled all together in Share Factory, because I have to talk about some certain stuff that I was not expecting to show up in this one. I mean, we kind of knew one was going to show up, but we'll get to that one later. Alright, so Life is Strange Double Exposure. As you guys already know, I watched the trailer. I wish I can, well, if I get to, let's just say, 1 million subscribers, lifetime goal. My main goal is still to get to 2,000 subscribers or more, so that hasn't changed. But if I got to a lifetime of 1 million subscribers, then of course I'm gonna show my face. I would show my face, and I would show my reaction of just kind of seeing the trailers, or some trailers that actually stuck out to me. So, without any further ado, now let's jump into it. So, Life is Strange Double Exposure. 9 out of 10, absolutely. The fact that we have Max returning as a protagonist after Life is Strange 2 and Life is Strange True Colors, I find that kind of interesting that they put her back as the central protagonist again. It's not the first time, because I think Chloe, I think that's her name, her best friend is the protagonist of the Life Before the Storm. So it's not like they haven't had different protagonists throughout the Life is Strange. I thought they were done after Life is Strange True Colors, but I guess there's more story to tell. But to be fair, I thought I saw a YouTube clip of it, depending on the choice that you make in this game. I feel like this is a spoiler alert. We'll keep it vague. I think choices that you make with Matt throughout this game, Max, I know I said Matt, but Max throughout this game, it kind of carries over to future sequels. It seems like Max, whatever she does in this game, because I haven't finished it, don't spoil it, it seems like it's going to be significant enough that it led up to the sequel. But I love that it's a supernatural murder mystery, as they're pretty much highlighting it. It's great to see Max back in an interesting way. She was kind of, I don't know, plain Jane. Is that the expression? Let's change it. She was kind of bland. Not her co-star, Chloe, is more interesting than her from what I've seen or what I've played further in this game. But Max wasn't disappointing. She just seems bland. So in this one, she seems grown up and seems more interesting. Plus, it seems like they've taken the graphics from the Life is Strange True Colors and just putting Max in that graphics engine. And that shows. Because once you think about it, it's been since Life is Strange 1 that Max has become a protagonist again. So I'm curious of what they'll do with her, because they're kind of going to parallel dimensions, and I find that fascinating. I love those kind of sci-fi when they do parallel dimensions. I love that. I love that stuff. I love that. So the fact that we're going to focus that in this game, so I guess she doesn't have the power, or she does have the power to go to time travel back in the past, but now it's more of a parallel dimension. The new characters seems interesting, and they seem like Life is Strange vibes. How many minutes have I done so far? 5 minutes. Well, I have a lot to talk about. So apart from that, yeah, that one was pretty interesting. Interesting trailer. Like the tone that they're going for. Great that Max is back. I'm kind of surprised that she's back as a protagonist, but I guess there was more story to tell with her. Like the sci-fi concept about a parallel dimension or alternate world happening, that seems fascinating. So whatever they do in this one, or Life is Strange Double Exposure, I look forward to it. I like the new graphics engine that they're doing that is continuing Life is Strange True Colors. That one looked cinematic, and it looked like a movie when I played it, like, just to give it a try. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I think that's pretty appropriate for that. I look forward to what they're going to do with that. The other game, because I just don't have the Artful Escape, that Beethoven Dinosaur game that I gave a 9 out of 10 because I enjoyed every second moment of it. I know what my complaints was, but generally, yeah, I enjoyed pretty much the Artful Escape. And so, they're doing another one, entirely new IP, and it's going to be another one-off. Mixtape. It's a 80s and 90s nostalgic romp that hits all the right notes. The fact that they have the Smashing Pumpkins, I remember them, and other people that we have seen back in the 80s and 90s, and they're just going for that tone, yeah. Plus the characters are relatable, the music's fantastic, the art direction is stop motion. I noticed that stop motion was being utilized a lot in this Xbox showcase, but I'm excited about that one, because after the Artful Escape, Beethoven and Dinosaur have earned my respect, so I'm curious of what Mixtape will... I'm curious. I like what they're going with that. I like the tone, I like the presentation, I like the characters, voice acting was top notch, I like the stop motion animation. That sums it up. So, let's move on to the next clip. While the Metro series has been on, I guess, all 3 consoles, I don't know if it was on the Nintendo Switch, so I know they absolutely, well, I've obviously played this on the PlayStation 5, they definitely been on the Xbox, I don't know if the Series X or S, maybe, I can't quote that. They definitely been on PC. I mean, that was their stomping ground. But if you were one of the people who didn't play the Metro series, then you had Stalker series. And it's been a long time. From what I've actually researched about the Stalker series, it's been a very long time since Stalker 1 officially, until they got Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. So, in terms of that trailer, I give that a 9 out of 10. I can actually sum it up pretty well, and maybe it'll be under 3 minutes, hopefully. I can tell you exactly why that's... Get off of me! That was kinda odd. But I can actually tell you why that gets an 9 out of 10. The technical graphics, like the Metro series, are just... it leaps bounds. If that is what the final product is gonna look like, I'm impressed. I'm very legitly impressed. I kind of want to see where they go. The non-linear story, I think that's very unique. I think they should go with that. And if they commit to that, that's pretty freaking awesome. Characters seem relatable with actually authentic Russian accents that really adds to the experience that gets you very immersed. What else did they do well, too? I think that's exactly what they did. I know I summed it up pretty well, but I know Metro series is kind of now mainstream, but I hope the Stalker series get acknowledgement and more recognition, because it's been a long time since the first one. I know that. So what we got shown today, an actual release date, I think it's releasing this year, don't quote me on that, but still, just the fact that we're getting that, I think that's pretty freaking great. It's a 9 out of 10. I think we just would have benefited with more... I think we would have benefited with more graphics. Maybe that's just me. That's just me. Well, anyway, next clip. I kind of forgot, not this game, that South of Midnight existed. I remember it was presented, I think, at one of the Game Awards, or it's been a while. And I mean, it's been a long while since, or it's been a significant amount of time since South of Midnight was revealed. But from what I liked about South of Midnight, I can't remember if I gave it an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. But what we got actually about gameplay trailer with South of Midnight, I give it a 9 out of 10. Man, don't judge a book by its cover, they say. I like the relatable protagonist looking for her mom. There's more story to it, and I feel like there's more context to it in a sense. So, yeah, I can sum it pretty fast. Relatable protagonist. Strong art direction. I like that there's actually... Let me see if I can get off of this. Okay, you see the stop motion right here? That is in South of Midnight. In spades. I love when stop motion is now being used in video games, period. If we use stop motion in video games going forward, I'm all for it. I think they should absolutely be utilized in games. It works so well, and there's so much potential and possibilities that you can do with stop motion. Stop of Midnight showed us that point. So, stop motion with the strong art direction, that's the same thing. The combat actually looks fun. Like, it reminds me, it's Souls-like. Souls-like in Louisiana. Souls-like in the Bayou. That kind of sums out South of Midnight. Along with that, yeah, so strong art direction, relatable protagonist, the music sounds fantastic, gameplay is Souls-like in the best way. The environment seems pretty, like, detailed and very atmospheric in a solid way. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I think South of Midnight deserves all the recognition. I think it's coming out in 2025, don't quote me on that, but for what we got in the second trailer, that is definitely much better than the reveal trailer. Nothing wrong with the reveal trailer, I just felt like the gameplay should have been shown. They saved it for this one, and it was a good move, I gotta admit, good move. This was a tranquil game to kind of describe my innermost thoughts, so let's go ahead and drive to the next clip. Alright, well, while I'm scoping out and about to kind of, like, get some pulls, we might as well talk about Perfect Dark, right? Yeah, so, for any Perfect Dark fan from the Nintendo 64 era, I imagine you guys enjoyed this trailer as much as the next one. Hold on, let me get this gun real quick. It's been a while too, so I gotta actually look at the controls. Okay, so that's a sprint and all that. And that's just to throw a secondary weapon. Alright, I think I get the gist. Alright, so while I am about to kind of snipe a fool and kind of do a sonar, so even though there was a CGI trailer starting out, and I thought it was just going to be cinema or CGI cinematics for Perfect Dark throughout the whole trailer, you know what they did differently? They actually showed us actual gameplay footage. And you know what? I was not disappointed. I was not disappointed at all. And I know why I'm not disappointed. It's because it was just the right amount of action, stealth, and just a really... Okay, so strong art direction. I don't think the graphics were, like, top-notch, but you know what really sold me on Perfect Dark as I am about to snipe this fool? Hold on. Gentle. No. Gotta make sure I get my weapon out right. No. Hey, it's actually been a while. So, the environment, it just feels like it's a stealth and action playground and the right amount of balance. So, along with just like pitch perfect gameplay that just really added to the environment and just gets more crazy, but has like you're a spy, like a cyberpunk spy in the best way possible. So there's that. What else did they do well that I was actually surprised about? So, the environment is a stealth and action heroes playground in the best way possible. The graphics, in terms of technical, are not the best, but it really fits that kind of like sci-fi world that they're doing. And hold on, let me see if I can actually get this weapon to work. It's been a hot minute. There we go, it was R2. Okay, so as I'm about to finally snipe this ball. Yeah, it looks like there's actually a choice, like a plethora of choices that you can make in Perfect Dark. It's not boring at all. Just like Deus Ex, it just seems like there is cool stuff to do in Perfect Dark.
Jensen, I'm getting worried. Should I be calling every police station in town looking for you?
That's not necessary. I'll be in soon.
Good, because we've got work to do.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. So yeah, it's not just the plethora of choices, the diverse environment that really changes depending on if you take a stealth approach or action hero approach. It also seems like there's going to be like some top-notch music, and it just feels like there's going to be a lots of, like I said, environmental adaptability based on if you do a stealth or action hero approach. It's a very unique concept. I am not disappointed. I kind of want to see where they go with it. But my only worry, and I guess that's my nitpick, it's been what I hear from the fans, from the comments, it's been a very, very long time since we actually got a Perfect Dark since Nintendo 64, so that's like early 2000. So I'm curious of how they're going to do it. I'm curious about the story. It might not deliver, or it might deliver it. Who knows? I'm curious of where they're going to do with the story. It just seems very unique and very... what they're going to do with it. I'm not disappointed of what they're going to be doing with this. I just like the approach of what they're doing. Everything that they showed us in this has been pretty unique. I very much enjoyed this. That kind of sums up Perfect Dark. I look forward to it. I think it's coming out in 2025. Don't quote me on that. I have to double check myself. But I have loved what we got for Perfect Dark, and I'm kind of excited about it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go shoot some fools some more. Probably wondering why I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII. Well, the next game I'm going to talk about is in the veins of a JRPG, or I guess a straight-up Western RPG, but really it's JRPG, and no one can deny that. Alright, well, we'll wait till we get to the battle system, and then I can narrate just a little bit more, but... Alright, well, we might as well talk about Expedition 33. I was not expecting Expedition 33 to actually win me over, but it freaking did. Hold on, let me see if I can pause it real quick. Alright, so Expedition 33. What did it do well? Art direction. Music was gorgeous, and I mean that in the highest regard. The music was freaking-tastic. Also, I hear that the male character that we heard was Ben Starr. So the fact that he's in it is pretty freaking cool. What else did they do well? You're also probably wondering why I have Final Fantasy VIII. Well, it's because I bought it like a little bit earlier before this year, so here we are. So it's not just the art direction, the fantastic music, gameplay that is... As soon as I saw the kind of like JRPG influences, I was like, oh, okay, Expedition 33, I see you. Along with the story just seems intriguing. I want to see where they go with it, because it seems very intriguing. Yeah, it gets a 9 out of 10 in my book. JRPG roots with very relatable and kind of like enduring protagonists that are trying to survive. That just seems very interesting. What else did they do well? Yeah, so strong art direction. You know, you've seen the common pattern? Strong art direction, great, fantastic JRPG roots that is shown in the gameplay, that it harkens back to the JRPG roots like Final Fantasy, but it also adds some modern touches and flourishes that I was not expecting. I watched that trailer like 3 times and I've been impressed every single time. Along with the music being fantastic, with the bolstered by a kind of strong voice acting. I want to see where they go with it. So yeah, there's nothing more I can say on that. I look forward to Expedition 2033. I don't know if it's coming out next year, or maybe we did get a release date. I'm excited, all honesty. Alright, well, let's kill this fool, and then end the video. Final Fantasy style. Three words. Well, actually 4 words. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. There was something about it that was tranquil and very pristine. It was clean. It was clean. Technical graphics were kind of like leaps and bounds in a very, well, yeah, I guess leaps and bounds. I figure I play an airplane game because, you know, that game is essentially real life, but flying. So yeah. But anyway, that one is a 10 out of 10 in my book. Yeah, we're in the 10 out of 10 of like trailers I give straight up 10 out of 10. As we're flying and killing fools, you're probably wondering why it gets a 10 out of 10. That one specifically. I know, it's very odd. So yeah, the technical graphics, like I said, is like leaps and bounds, in the best way possible. It's like, there's a reason why you would buy Xbox Series X and S. That is the reason. That is exactly the reason. Along with the different versatile tools that you get to use, it is actually pretty freaking fantastic. It just seems like the most realist simulation that you'll get, and the most coolest way ever. So I feel like they just added new features to Microsoft Flight Simulator before, but it just seems like they're just adding really solid content that it's not boring. So along with the technical graphics just being out of this world, that it's just too crazy good. There's a reason why people would get a Microsoft S and X. There's a reason now. The different tools that in airplanes and aerial flights that you get to use, and just all the kind of content that you'll get, it just feels like you're getting more money for your worth. It's kind of amazing. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Alright, well, I'm just gonna fly and not crash, and we'll move on to the next clip. That was some crazy shit for Diablo 4 DLC, am I right? My gosh, that cinematic was just all kinds of messed up. There's a reason why it earns its MA. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 for nothing they didn't show, they just showed us cinematics. So the DLC could end up kind of, you know, sucking. But the cinematic, that was gold. That was like 10 out of 10 S tier, what the shit kind of moment. My gosh, that was just brutal. Just like these cannibals, but also brutal. So I'm killing bulls. What did I do? What did it do well? I think the only nitpick I have with that is they didn't show any gameplay trailer. But man, the cinematic sets a tone of what we're going to experience in the DLC. It's going to be pretty freaking... It's going to be crazy shit. Crazy shit. By the time we get the DLC. But it's Diablo, so what were you expecting? I hope the DLC delivers. There's so much promise and potential with that, but it can end up sucking. It's just probably just cinematics and showing nothing else, but for what we got, not disappointed at all. And the reason why I'm playing this game, because it's pretty Diablo-like, so, you know. I don't know who that demon was who was tormenting the poor girl, but that thing was freaking terrifying. So along with that terrifying foe, a very emotional, devastating kind of like cinematic that really defines laws and pretty, like you were pretty screwed. Along with that, what else did they do exceptionally well? Cinematography was fantastic, the CGI was fantastic, but it won't mean anything until we see a gameplay trailer. Until we see a gameplay trailer, like realistically it gets a 9, but for that cinematic alone, 10 out of 10. Blizzard, there's a reason why you made that World of Warcraft movie, but man, that was like next level. Voice acting was top notch as well too. It just had the making of a freaking short film done in the best way possible. Well, anyway, let's end this and we'll be back after these, well, short clips. Kept you waiting, didn't I? Yeah, Snake, you absolutely did. So, Metal Gear Solid 3, the remake, or I guess Metal Gear Solid Delta. Alright, well, as I were sneaking by foes and just being an actual snake, or, you know, if we had a cardboard box, we can avoid them. Alright, so that trailer is a 10 out of 10. It just showed us everything that we wanted from Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, and just added... Okay, so technical graphics is out of this world. Also fantastic. It's getting a 10 out of 10, that's a fact. It was smart to reuse the voice actors that voiced them from the vanilla OG Metal Gear Solid 3 campaign, so it makes total sense to just reuse them, not just do what Persona 3 Reload and just kind of recast the entire voice cast. They could have did that, but no, it just makes sense to reuse it, so that was a smart move too. Along with that, putting Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay with Metal Gear Solid 3, that was a smart move too. I think that was a very smart move. My only disappointment is there's no release date. It couldn't come soon enough. Probably a 2025 release, but maybe we'll actually get something. But for now, it kind of sucks that we have no release date. I like what we saw. From the voice acting, the cinematography, to the, well, Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay. Yeah, Snake is back. And it's freaking awesome. Oh yeah, he does this too.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Oh no. I guess you're waiting for the Metal Gear Solid release too?
Speak.
Well, it's too bad for you, because Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake is not coming soon. You die now! Die now! Alright, well, I guess let's roll to the next clip then. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, 'cause I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very mad world. Mad world. Woo! But Gears of War E-Day just came out. Dude. That's all I gotta say. Dude, that's impressive. That was the surprise reveal that I was not expecting. As a Gears of War fan, long story short, I own the original trilogy, and I find them timeless classics from the Xbox 360. I have my Xbox 360 still, and I played those games off and on. Yes, I have kind of, in a sense, have I outgrown them? Heck no. But have I got older? Yes, I have. But man, those are just timeless classics. As you can tell from the tone of my voice, dude, yeah, 10 out of 10. It's such, and let me make sure the aim assist is off. It's such refreshing to see how the origins for Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago, rip Dom. It's just great to see the prequel, because we have seen it in comic books. We have seen the characters allude to it all the freaking time. And like the mainstay games, or just everything. They always talk about it, but they never committed to actually talk about it. They did show us in the Gears of War 3 DLC, but they never committed to it. And it kind of actually, well, yeah, it was so odd. It was so odd that they never actually acknowledged it. I just found that so baffling. Well, okay, let's turn on infinite ammo because I have to. I have to. I earned it because I died so many times in this game. I think that's more than fair, everybody. Plus, I love the snippets of Mad World that they couldn't play it because of copyright. But I just love that they absolutely played it. Games like Uncharted would be this successful in terms of the gameplay without Gears of War's third person cover shooting. That is still timeless to this day. There's a reason why it's still iconic. That's what I'm saying. From the tone to the new approach that they're taking. Shoot it! It's just so refreshing to just see it, from the tone to seeing younger versions of Marcus and Tom. Kick to the balls. Yeah, to the technical graphics that are just kind of like really pushing the limit of the Xbox 3, well, I guess the Series X. It was a great marketing, like, yeah, we have one more thing going on for you guys. Oh, jeez, I am actually dying. But that's what I mean. It wasn't just the art direction, the technical graphics that just shows you, like, out of my way. This is why we were on top of the Xbox 360. It just was such a return to form, and they called it Gears of War. They called it Gears of War than what we got in Gears 5. I'm just glad it went back to Gears of War. And they had to, because of the commercial flop of Gears 5, they had to go back to the prequel of Gears, of the entire trilogy that started the trilogy in the first place. E-Day is so significant, and it's smart. Marketing, technical graphics with art direction, seeing younger versions of Marcus and Dom. There's no gameplay trailer, but they can take their time. They have to get this right, because this is the quintessential Gears of War lore. I only saw comic books of E-Day. It's a significant amount. Dom's freaking brother died. Spoiler alerts, Dom's freaking brother died. People who don't show up in the main trilogy are significant in this one. This is important. This is important storyline. Ah, shoot. There's just so much to love about it. I would say it's the best of the Xbox Showcase, but there was one more that just topped it, that I was not expecting that to show up too. I heard rumors, but that one showed up. But my gosh, when they said, like, we have one more, I was like, wait, you have one more? Unlike Jeff Keighley, like the Summer Game Fest of 2024, there was no one more. There was just kind of like, well, what we expect from the last Summer Game Fest, only we had better stuff from last year compared to this year. But an Xbox Showcase, this was the best showcase of this year, of the summer showcase. Xbox delivered. And just that surprise reveal of Gears of War E-Day, it made me relive my college days back then. I was just like, and I find it kind of funny, and find it kind of sad. The dreams of which I'm dying are the best I ever had. And yes, I did. Alright, now let's conclude with the last clip. To conclude this last video, no, I'm not gonna say RIP and you get the idea, but man, Doom the Dark Ages, my gosh. Not only did we get a surprise reveal of Gears of War, but we also got a reveal of, and it was a rumor, and we knew it was coming, we just didn't know when it was coming. And you know what, baby? Doom! Hey, Doom Slayers. Doomslayers, ready your bellies, because we're gonna rip and not tear. And we're just gonna leave that. Dude, that's so freaking cool. 10 out of 10. Tone. Doomslayer doing what he does best. Killing demons with rage mode. My gosh, it's so cool. And also Doomslayer rides a dragon too. There's something you could do. That was a solid trailer. Cinematography. I mean, the graphics are not like top notch from Doom. Let's face it. Doom doesn't have the best graphics, but it doesn't have to. You know what? You know why? Freaking awesome gameplay. Freaking awesome gameplay with brutal. What Doomslayer does best. Kill demons with unrelenting brutality. Along with that, cool weapons. Pretty much a shield that not only parries people, it not only parries people, but you can throw it like a boomerang.
Doomslayer will save you. Your salvation lies with us.
I mean, and the fact that this is an origin story for Doom is pretty freaking awesome. Now, time to rip and not tear. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more content coming up in the future. I'll probably do some stream, but it'll probably be later today. Until then, deal with me killing demons! Dude, there's nothing else I can say. Origin story, shield, Doomslayer kinda going Kratos-like. It's freaking awesome. It was so awesome trailer. That was the best trailer almost. I think it was Gears of War, but dude, it was so freaking cool. There's nothing more I can say about it. It's just so cool. And we're gonna end this with Big Freaking God! 9,000! Alright, well of course you can leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Well, I hope to see you guys on the next video game content. And, well, we'll be back later tonight.